teamwork. We learn the value of being on a team and creating enduring friendships with classmates and coaches. Today we celebrate the student athletes who work tirelessly to represent their schools. LFA has a lot to be proud of this year. We have 7 seniors who have signed to continue their athletic career at a collegiate level. We have 1 student who was selected for the swimming scholastic All-American team. Our athletic director, Mr. Madeley, was named to the Lake Superior State University Hall of Fame. New school records were set in swimming and track. Hockey, soccer, and tennis teams all won tournaments, and each of us developed new skills and set personal records. That's pretty amazing. At LFA, athletics has brought people together of all ages and all walks of life. There's truly nothing like being a part of a team. From the leadership of the upperclassmen to the pure excitement of the freshmen, every single player is a vital asset to the team. It doesn't matter if it's your first time on the field or you've been playing since you could walk. At LFA, everyone is able to grow and have fun together. So today, as we recognize positivity, leadership, and athleticism, let's cheer as loudly as possible to congratulate our teammates, captains, and friends on a great year of athletics. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to offer my welcome to the 2018-19 Athletic Awards. It's been another great year for LFA Athletics, great success throughout our athletic program. Especially heartwarming to see the involvement by the entire community in athletics, something that we're very proud of at the Academy. Athletics is a vital part of an LFA education and the LFA experience. And this year, we welcome the Deborah McKenzie turf fields, which have been used for field hockey, soccer, lacrosse, softball, and many practices. A true game changer for Lake Forest Academy. Sports and participation is part of the rite of passage for students at LFA, as each and every student puts on a Caxi uniform at some point during the year and represents the school. And I'm always excited to see any and all of the teams play, win or lose. We play with spirit, we play with pride, and we play with class on fields and in facilities that are the envy of our competitors. This year, the Caxi teams once again experienced considerable success, often against much larger schools, up to 10 times our size. But some of the highlights: varsity field hockey qualifying for states, and JV having, I think, their longest ever winning streak. I'm not certain what that number is, but it's a football game went 6-1. Boys soccer won the Midwest Classic, beating Kiski, WRA, and Lindsay. They were unable to beat the faculty today, but that's another story. Both girls and boys swimming had record-breaking seasons, setting between them 7 new records. Girls track saw a record set, and girls basketball witnessed a 1,000-point career. The squash team again went undefeated. Girls hockey went from, I believe, a winless season to the semi-finals of the Founders Cup. Prep hockey tied for the NPHL title with an impressive 27 games that they won. And the boys tennis program had one of the best seasons for many years, with both the varsity and the JV teams winning, I think, 4 tournament titles between them. So, other teams excellent as well. That's what I'm focusing on now. We've continued to prove that we're able to compete while maintaining a high standard of academics. And we've also had the pleasure of being part of the development of several athletes who will go on to play at the next level in national programs next year. This year again, we'll have 13 scholar athletes who are committed to playing Div 1 or Div 3 next year, as well as 6 alumni who will also begin their collegiate, academic and athletic journeys next year. And these students are alums are a great part of the athletic legacy at LFA. In closing, I want to emphasize the importance of athletics to a great education. And in saying so, I'm not simply talking about fitness, competition and participation, but about other aspects of our mission. I mean the importance of building character through athletics, the importance of building teamwork and responsibility through sports, and the importance of good sportsmanship and citizenship. Through our athletics program, the work of our coaches, the participation of the athletes, and the support of our parents and alumni, Lake Forest Academy makes you both better students and better people. So good luck to our seniors next year at college, and to the returning students, I encourage you to be even more passionate in your athletic endeavours next year. Go Caxies, go Charlton Athletic next year in the championship. Only a few people would get that, but those who do know how important that was to me last Sunday. And congratulations to the faculty and staff soccer team on their big win today. It was awesome. Thank you. And now I'd like to invite Giselle Annan and Brian Lynn to the podium to announce the full MVP award.
Girls Cross Country MVP. In the words of Coach Toswa, the girls cross country MVP was new to our sport this season, but ran with the poise and confidence of a veteran. Our leading runner in nearly every meet, she ended the season with a string of medal-winning top 15 finishes in all the large invitational meets we attended. She combined with several outstanding runners, including 3 senior varsity runners, to help deliver LFA Girls Cross Country to their strongest overall season in program history. Just a freshman herself, her teammates and coaches are excited to see what the next few years will hold. As selected by her teammates, congratulations to Jennifer Robertson.
Boys Cross Country MVP. Coach Shaughnessy says this year's MVP for varsity boys cross country is a 4-year senior and co-captain who led by example. He finished every race in the top 3 and set his 3-mile PR at the Pat Savage Invite, where he finished first for the Caxies. He worked hard in practice every day and encouraged his teammates to do their best regardless of their ability and past running experience. He also fostered a sense of community within the 34-member squad, which is one of the reasons why the 2018 season was so successful. Congratulations to David Sun.
In the words of Coach Bingham, this year's girls varsity volleyball MVP goes to the most consistent and focused player on the team. She led the team in service, aces, and digs. Her energy and positive vibe kept the rest of the team smiling and working hard even through tough times. Her role was to set up other players for success, and she did an amazing job doing it. Her coaches and teammates agreed that she deserves the MVP award for the 2018 season. Congratulations to Rosie Alexander.
Coach Makovic says the boys varsity soccer most valuable player is a 2-year varsity player. As captain and senior leader, he was voted by opposing coaches as an all-sectional first teamer. He anchored our backline even though he would have rather played center mid. He's a solid soccer player and a better young man. Congratulations to Sergio Estrella.
Don't worry.
Girls Field Hockey MVP. Coach Cooper says field hockey's MVP this year goes to a player who has led the team in scoring and assists since her freshman year. Her voice was steady for those new to field hockey, patiently teaching them her tricks. Her stick and scoring skills on the field calmed her teammates, knowing that the ball was safe in her hands as she rolled down the field. She's a player that comes around very infrequently, and I have marveled every year at how much she has improved. I wish her the best of luck next year as she plays field hockey at Yale University. Congratulations, Sophia.
Varsity Golf MVP. Coach Freeman says this year's Golf MVP is a 4-year team member, a 3-year letter winner, and our captain this year. His greatest contributions to the team were intangible. His sense of humor, his understated leadership, and his understanding that you never ever ask where the team is going to dinner. Someone will take his place at the top of the lineup because someone has to fill the #1 spot. But his commitment and team spirit and character won't easily be replicated. Congratulations to Colin Wilde.
There you go.
Girls tennis MVP. Coach Graham says, as selected by her teammates, this year's varsity girls tennis MVP embodied all facets of the team captain. She led the team in everything from a competitive mindset to staying mentally tough during difficult matches to cheering on her teams. Since coming to LFA, she has been a leader in determination, perseverance, and in winning matches. Her positive attitude, athleticism, and presence will surely be missed. Congratulations, Chloe Francia.
Football MVP. Coach Buchanan says, this player is truly a coach's dream. Every day, you knew you were going to get his best, whether it was on the practice field, meetings, or games. It's not often you find a player who is the great leader in person. Congratulations to Peyton Grenovitz.
Coach Buchanan says the Dore Award is named in the honor of former NFL football coach Les Jordan. It is given annually to the player whose work ethic, determination, and attitude stand out amongst his peers. When you meet this young man, there are two things that stand out right away: his great presence and his big smile. On the field, he is a tough, hard-working player, and off the field, he is a great teammate and incredibly humble athlete. Congratulations, Nathan Barnes.
says, this year's fall cheer MVP goes to the dynamic duo that led the team with heart and soul. These dedicated 4-year veterans ensured that the team was always prepared and did so tirelessly with a positive attitude. They both gained strong leadership skills in their 2 years as captains. Congratulations to Caitlin Fisher and Audrey Malarkey.
Coach Shaw says, as a varsity swimmer for 4 years and co-captain her senior year, she has impacted LFA girls swimming program deeply. She put every ounce of her spirit into each practice and meet, and she made supporting her teammates a priority. Her name on the record board for both the 200 and 400 free relays will be a physical demonstration of her impact on the team, and her enthusiasm, pride, and leadership will always be remembered. Congratulations, Julia Canal. Joey Cotlers and Ali Yu.
Boys basketball MVP. The coach says this year's boys basketball MVP didn't play the most minutes, score the most points, or have the most natural talents. What he did bring during his 2 years as a member of the varsity program was an indomitable work ethic, a contagious positivity, and a passion to do whatever was necessary to help the team win. No task was too small or big for him to put his heart into it. Whether that was making sure his teammates had water during timeouts or burying 2 threes to start the game on senior night. Congratulations to Cedric Charles.
Students, I need to ask you a favor. When these two are speaking and the next two, I need you to just kind of keep it quiet for them to get it out there because it's kind of hard to hear when there's too many people talking, all right? I appreciate it. Thank you.
Girls basketball MVP. Ms. Woods stated that this year's MVP comes from no surprise as she has a record-breaking career at LFA, scoring an incredible 405 points this season and 1,240 points over 4 years. She is an explosive, hardworking player who contributes on both ends of the court. As a top scorer and top rebounder, she averaged a double-double again this season. She is a player that every coach dreams of coaching, and we will miss her. Congrats, Rama Kita.
Ms. Ward is also going to present Rama with her game ball that scored her 1,000 point.
Varsity hockey MVP. His coach said during his freshman year, it was apparent that he would develop into an impactful player.
As each season passed, his development earned him more responsibility that he took on headstrong and was named one of the team captains this season. He was the type of captain that let his play on the ice be an example for younger players. Whether it was regular strength, power play, or penalty kill, his energy, speed, and determination helped bring the rest of the team up to the next level. After a great 4 years, he will truly be missed next season. Congratulations to Henry Jacobson.
Girls Hockey MVP. Tyler Mabley stated, "This player was the face of the Lake Forest Academy girls hockey team. She was one of the most committed players I ever had the pleasure of coaching, and the improvements she made were incredible. She led by example, but we eventually decided that we couldn't move forward without her, a captain. She finished number 2 in the entire league in saves and has only been playing goalie for a year and a half. There isn't much a more deserving individual. Congrats to Sid Olinger."
Prep Hockey MVP. Their coach says this player led the team in goals, assists, and obviously overall points. His attitude on the ice is that he will do whatever it takes to win and is one of the best 200-foot players at this age, which means he is as good offensively as he is defensively. We look forward to watching his next step in his hockey career. Congratulations to Harrison Scott.
The Stewart Award. Mr. Mabley states that the Stewart Award is given to the prep hockey player that displays ability, sportsmanship, and team play. This year's winner will come as no surprise to anyone on the team or in the community that has had a chance to teach, coach, or be a dorm parent to him. On the ice, he plays the game with all heart and went from a little brother to a captain. When you say his name on campus, it usually follows with, "We love Hudsey, he is so nice." Congratulations to Connor Hudsey.
Girls Squash MVP. Their coach says this year's female squash MVP gave her all by leading the woman with the most matches and games won in conference play. She worked hard throughout the season to develop her squash technique and skills, resulting in a match win at the conference tournament. Congratulations to Vita Chow.
Boys Squash MVP. Coach Gary states that this year's male MVP was a leader on and off the court. He was always offering his assistance in mentoring junior team members in squash techniques and game strategy. He strived to develop and improve his game by leading the team in winning all 11 of his matches, not losing a single game, and posing a 33-0 record in conference play. Congratulations to Constantine Alexis.
Boys swimming MVP. Their coach says the swimmer is an extremely hard worker in the pool and he politely pushes his teammates to give it their best. He is part of the record-holding 3 relays. This season, he broke the 200 freestyle record, his own 200 individual medley record, and the 100 butterfly record. He is one of the most positive athletes I have coached, clearly demonstrating that a positive mindset is key to reaching impressive goals. He is also very helpful and positive when interacting with teammates, always recognizing when they might need a boost of confidence or a familiar "you'll be fine." Congratulations to Calvin Osborne. Now please welcome Sophie and Derek.
Girls Varsity Badminton. Mr. Gerber states that the badminton MVP is awarded to a girl who finished the year with a combined singles-doubles record of 20 wins and only 3 losses. What set her apart, however, was her dedication to the sport, and more importantly, her care for and mentoring her fellow teammates. She was a natural leader and a really sweet person in general, just as long as you were not on the receiving end of one of her smashes. And there were many, many smashes this season. We would like to wish her well at college next year, but we cannot, for she is currently only a sophomore. As chosen by her teammates, congratulations to Dora Hu.
Boys Tennis MVP. Coach Graham states, this year's varsity boys tennis MVP has been a fixture to Alfie Tennis for 4 years. He has been nothing short of a reliable teammate, a fierce competitor, and a leader since his freshman year. In his senior season, he won every single one of his matches and was not only a trustworthy win, but always played with grace and humility. We look forward to seeing him play at Colgate next year. Congratulations to Jack Salati.
Softball MVP, as Coach Mapley states, this player was a vital member of the team. It didn't matter where we needed her. She moved and had a great attitude and played her heart out. She batted up and down the line and was effective in each spot, including 2 in the park home runs and 13 steals. She finished the year off with the inning run in the bottom of the 7th. She has asked me for a plaque in her name for 4 years, and I couldn't be happy to see her get one now. As voted by her teammates, congratulations to Carrington Newsom.
Baseball MVP. Coach Bolshak says this player lead the catches and putouts from his post and shortstop. He was a team leader in on-base percentage, hits, and runs scored. He loves to compete and brought a spirit to every game and practice. He asked a lot from his teammates, but demanded more from himself. It's fitting that his final game at Taxi Field came into an end by fielding a grounder stepping on second and firing over to first for a double play to seal the win. Congratulations to Alex Saludo.
MVP. As stated by Coach Heist, this girls soccer MVP this year was a leader on the team and off the field. Her work ethic was exceptional, and she showed up every day committed to giving her best effort. As a defender, she didn't always get the glory of scoring goals, but the rest of the team relied on her fierce competitiveness to consistently shut down the attack. This player anchored a young back line and never stopped working to win the ball back. She was the heart and soul of the team, and she will definitely be missed next year. Congratulations to Kiki Hood.
Girls volleyball MVP. In the words of Coach Bacon, he has been a significant contributor to the boys volleyball team since he joined his sophomore year. He has become an offensive threat as well as an awesome blocker from his middle position. He has been a very teachable athlete who always worked hard to become the best he could be. The fruits of his labor really paid off this year as he was able to hit over 500 with very few errors throughout the season. Congratulations to Peyton Grinovich.
Says that this year's track MVP has been a stellar all 3 years at Elevate Track. In the past 3 years, she has broken 2 records and made number 2 on the all-time top 10 list in the 100 and 200, and is the record holder for the 400 and 4x100. Her running form is phenomenal, and she was a true leader and mentor to the younger sprinters on our team. Her shoes will be hard to fill. Congratulations to Kennedy Smith.
Boys track MVP. Coach Gala says he has always been one of the most versatile athletes I have coached in track and field. He was always willing to ready to do everything I needed him to do. He could do jumps, throws, sprints, and relays, and excelled in each of those groups. His work ethic is unwavering, and he was an exceptional captain. He was also our leading point scorer for the season. Congratulations to Dan Raby.
Says that this male runner has been an exceptionally hard worker. He was a consistent scorer in individual events and on relays. During the last meet, he was scheduled to do 100, 200, 4x100, and 4x200. Knowing that he was in pain after his third event, I asked him if he wanted to scratch his last event. Knowing that this was his last event of in his high school career, he ran to the best of his abilities and made me very proud through his indomitable spirit. Congratulations to Kennedy Smith and Dante Sibley.
Boys lacrosse MVP. Mr. Magley says this player was a leader, on and off the field. He was willing to do anything and everything the coach asked. Whether he was playing defense on man down, midfield on a fast break, X on attack, or even goalie. We knew that he would give everything he had. He's one of the most skilled lacrosse players he has ever worked with. He was a leader in goals and assists, and his true position is goalie. That speaks to his athletic ability more than anything else could. Congratulations to Chase Jones.
Girls lacrosse MVP. The MVP for lacrosse this year goes to the most deserving player. The MVP is a leading scorer of the team, won the most draw controls, always hustles, consistently gives 100%, never gives up on herself and her team, and has an unstoppable speed and unblockable shot. The MVP also brought the team together with her leadership. She also encouraged others on the team to never give up and try their all. The MVP this year actually goes to two deserving leaders, captains and unstoppable forces on the team. Congratulations to Lena Ansari and MJ Alexander.
Congratulations to all the MVPs and a great job to my readers. Now we're going to celebrate the athletes that did 9 or more varsity seasons at LFA. To start off with 9 seasons, MJ Alexander, Peyton Grenowitz, Connor McMahon, Harrison Scott, Julia Sinopol, and Ray Yanni.
I'm sorry, I keep standing right in front of you. I have to do what I gotta do. I still feel guilty. All right, come a little bit closer. 4 years ago. Thank you.
With 10, Henry Jacobson. With 11, Rye Burgerts, Carrington Newsom, and Benjamin Raven. this year we decided to do something a little different, and we have 3 student athletes that did 12 seasons, and so this year we decided we were going to give them Letterman jackets for doing this. So Leon Ansari, Connor Huziak, and Henry Seaback.
Sorry about it.
Put them on?
At this time, I personally want to thank my athletic liaison, who does an amazing job, and as you can see around the tent today, all the team pictures, all the pictures that are on the tables, between Christina Corsilia and Pam Dye did an amazing job, but at this time we'd like to call Christina up to thank her. And now for the Sabre Bowles Award, I'm going to call up Kiki Hood to read the winner.
The Fan Award is awarded to the parent who shows their dedication to the school through countless hours they spend watching games and supporting not only their child, but all student athletes. This year's award recipient is a parent who's been very involved in LFA, not just athletics. He loves seeing any student play, learning other students' names, and making the most noise on the sidelines while socializing with other parents. The LFA community will miss his cheers on the sidelines and his aggressive ringing of the cowbell during field hockey games. I am proud to give this award to my father, Doug Hood.
Now we're going to talk about, and it's the smallest list that I think I've had in the 14 years here, the coaches that are moving on and no longer coaching at LFA. The first is Sheba Mays, who is going to a new job in Chicago. The next one I gotta be ready for here. So this next one, when I found out Dr. Strudwick was leaving, I had various emotions. Sad, disappointed, scared, and emotional because he was the person that hired me. Then all of a sudden, outright fear hit me because I realized I just lost my swim coach, my boys and girls swim coach, and my track announcer. When I came here, I was told that LFA looks for the triple threat. And I'm pretty sure Lauren Strudwick's middle names are triple threat. Because everything she does at this school, she throws everything into it for the kids. Supportive, energetic, extremely truthful. Has given everything she has for 18 years to make sure the students at LFA knew that she had their back and that they were family. Her strength as a coach is that each swimmer knew that she truly cared for them on and off the field of play. In the spring, I'd see her sitting in there while one or two swimmers told her they would like to come work out, and she was the only one in there some days because they didn't show up, and she would sit and wait for hours for them to come. or she'd be there to work with them. As an announcer, she was so good that neighbors at the academy always called to let me know how good she was, as they could hear her over their TV. Or how the girl on the JV soccer field, who was her advisee, and she would say, "Great job, I just saw that kick," during the track meet. It was amazing. As a colleague, you won't find anyone better. It has been an honor to spend 14 years working together, and I honestly feel sorry for the class of 23 and all the future classes at LFA, because they will have missed the opportunity to be around a legend. Ms. Lauren Strudwick. Now we're going to move on to the Athletes of the Year. Reading for the 9th grade boy, Tyler Mabley.
This young man has been a pleasure to work with all year, both in the classroom and on the athletic field. The non-ginger Mr. Mabley commented that, as a freshman, he was able to handle the pace and physical level of play, which only one other freshman in his 14 years has been able to do. He was able to lift the team with his big hits, and he was able to hold his own offensively with players 3 to 4 years older than him. He will be a force for years to come. I had the pleasure of working with him during the spring season. His teammates elected him to a position that he knew nothing about, but he played said position with grit and respect. Not only did he prove to be exactly what the team needed as a goalie, but he also served as the emotional inspiration the other players needed. It's not an easy task to be a freshman playing U18 AAA hockey, nor is it an easy one to be a lacrosse goalie. To play against kids that are twice your size and to stop a lacrosse ball with your bare shin, you need to be a little crazy. Or should I say, nuts. Please help me congratulate Ryan Nutt.
The Freshman Girl Athlete of the Year. In the fall, she walked into the unfamiliar, becoming a member of the JV cross country team, learning about a sport where practices often feature 5 to 6 mile runs and races of 3 miles. In the winter, this athlete was a valuable part of the varsity basketball team. In practice, she was frequently given the task of guarding the best players and preparing the team for game-like situations. In games, she also gave the starters a rest and helped shut down key opponents. Offensively, she was not afraid to take open shots and had a very good field goal percentage. The team looks forward to her contributions over the next 3 years. In varsity soccer, she was a starter from the very beginning of the season. The coach relied on her to play every minute of every game she was in, and she rose to the challenge. She was a quiet player, but established herself on the field as a fierce opponent. She is a smart and technical player who will continue to be a key contributor in the coming years. Despite being injured for the last third of the season, she had a consistent presence at practices and all games, cheering on her teammates. Congratulations to Catherine Gethinge.
The recipient of the 2018-19 Sophomore Male Athlete of the Year was an important contributor for 3 seasons this year. His formula for success on the prep hockey and the varsity lacrosse teams was eerily similar, but undeniably effective. He possesses a slippery offensive presence, he's a willing and unselfish passer of the puck and the ball, and he's remarkably consistent in his day-to-day effort. I am excited to see what he can accomplish in his final 2 years at the academy, and genuinely hope that he realizes his end goal, which is to play college hockey. Congratulations to Max Scott, the sophomore male athlete of the year.
This year's Sophomore Athlete of the Year played a varsity sport in every season. When asked to describe this player, her coaches said the following. Her cross-country coach says, for the last 2 years, she has competed in every single girls' varsity cross-country race and has been an integral member of this team. She's a quiet leader, but one who all of the girls look up to for encouragement, guidance, and inspiration. She's a kind teammate, yet a tenacious competitor. She's a hard worker and never complains. In short, she's a coach's dream athlete, one who gives her all 100% of the time, one who always looks on the bright side and who is always trying to improve. Her basketball coach says, on the basketball court, this sophomore could always be counted on to do her part. She always played her hardest and looked for ways she could contribute, from taking the open shot or going after a loose ball. Considering her obvious commitment to the team and contributions on the court, it is no surprise she was recognized by her peers and faculty as an outstanding athlete. As her soccer coach this past season, I'd just like to add that it became evident only a few days into the soccer season that this sophomore was a special individual. She's the very definition of a coachable player. No matter the situation, she always gave maximum effort. This player, who's normally a defender, was willing to play any position. She even played an amazing game in goal when the team was missing our goalkeepers, with no complaints and a smile on her face. On defense, this player proved to be an aggressive opponent who never shied away from a tackle, and she was always looking to improve her game. Congratulations to this year's Female Sophomore Athlete of the Year, Lizzie Dozal.
Good job, Princess D!
The Junior Male Athlete of the Year. Mr. Shaughnessy states that this player's desire to compete and be part of a team brought him to the baseball team during monsoon season. He worked hard in the cage on field, batting practice, and defense. He was a true competitor and an amazing teammate. On the prep hockey team, he was everything that we could have asked for and more. His athleticism and goal is astounding, and there were many games where I would stare down at Coach Posca because I couldn't believe he made that save. It is rare that a student can come to LFA his junior year and have such an impact on the community and be selected as a prefect and a proctor the following year. He is someone that has embraced LFA, and in turn, LFA has embraced him. The faculty and students voted him as the Junior Male Athlete of the Year, and I couldn't be prouder to award this to Guy Blessing.
For this year's Junior Girl Athlete of the Year, her field hockey coach states, she has been a great presence on the field hockey team for 3 years. Her athleticism can be noted by the fact that she has played nearly every position on the field, except for goalie, with distinction. Her teammates find her kind, accessible, and a great role model. In the 2018 season, she recorded 5 goals and 8 assists. Her hockey coach reads, everything positive that could be said about an athlete can be applied to her. She was our youngest captain, and she constantly led by example. Not only did her skill, strength, and physicality help us on the ice, but her positive attitude made our season a truly successful one. I can think of no other individual who deserves this form. The lacrosse coach states, I think she's the most deserving person for this award. As goalie, she was the last line and put the weight of the team on her shoulders. She does so well under pressure and is constantly working on improving. Above all, she has an amazing attitude. She even has a smile on her face when girls are shooting at her. She is such a positive force on the team, and so many girls look up to her. Congratulations to this year's Junior Girl Athlete of the Year, Annie Gifford.
This year's Senior Male Athlete of the Year is a 4-year member of the football program. His head coach describes him as truly a coach's dream. Every day, you knew you were going to get his best, whether it was on the practice fields, meetings, or games. You don't often find the combination of leadership and personal characteristics he possesses and demonstrated during his 4 years in the program. As a 2-year member of the varsity basketball team, his effort has never been questioned. Whether it was in practice or games, he could always be counted to be the first on the floor, sacrificing his body for the team. Quite possibly holding the highest rebound and point per minute average on the roster this year, he always found a way to make the winning play when on the court. And he'll always have his Hoosiers moment with his game-winning free throw in triple overtime versus Deerfield this past season. He has been a significant contributor to the boys volleyball team since he joined his sophomore year and has been named one of the team's captains this season. He has become an offensive threat as well as an awesome blocker from his middle position. He has been a very teachable athlete who always worked hard to become the best he could be. The fruits of his labor really paid off this year as he was able to hit over 500 with very few errors throughout the season. We will miss his love for sport, his teammates, and competition, and wish him well as he moves on to play football at Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. Congratulations to Peyton Grimmers.
I have given the Senior Female Athlete of the Year award quite a few times here during my tenure at LFA, and this speech was one of the hardest, as it's difficult to know where to begin, but also the easiest, as there are so many things to speak about. To say this athlete is a special athlete would be an understatement of the year. In the age of specialization, this athlete chose not to just participate, but excel in 3 sports: field hockey, ice hockey, and lacrosse. Something truly to be marveled at, as she competed at a very high level for an outside field hockey club, at the same time playing all these sports. So a lesson for underclassmen: take a page out of this athlete's playbook, play everything. This will be your only opportunity to do so. Her lacrosse and hockey coaches point out that her selflessness to do anything they ask, whether it was to take a 3-minute shift or win an important face-off for a draw. They also speak about her sportsmanlike attitude, treating the rest with the utmost respect, and the willingness to play any position. It is difficult to know where to start when speaking about this athlete's presence on the field hockey team. Should I start with the fact that she could be the all-time leading scorer at LFA, regularly beating multiple players with ankle-breaking moves and scoring goals at ridiculous angles? Or is it her quiet leadership, her understanding what it takes to be a female athlete, and her character that makes her peers and coaches drawn to her? I will never forget her giving a pregame speech and coaching the players not to call an opposing player by her given name. Instead, to call her by her number, so it appeared that the opposing player wasn't really that special. Players every year flocked to this player to learn the cool new skills that she was executing regularly. This player would very humbly teach the skill with exacting patience and an unassuming attitude. It was an honor to coach this player, and I know that her teammates who had the opportunity to play with her will never forget her. We wish her well as she goes on to play field hockey at Yale University. Senior Female Athlete of the Year, Lena Ansari.
Sorry, I'm trying to fix this. This is a special award that's, as a hockey player, I always marveled at figure skaters because they were such amazing on their edges and they were so graceful. And the U.S. Figure Skating Association sent us an award, and I would like to bring her up now, and it goes to Platinum Level Achievement to Miss Autumn Coulthard. All right, the last award of the night is the David O. McKenzie Award, and it goes to the top student athletes. The David O. McKenzie 50 was a beloved teacher, coach, trustee, and life trustee who was an inspiration to all those associated with LFA because of his generosity and positive spirit. The David O. McKenzie Student Athlete Award is presented to the male and female senior student athlete who has exemplified tremendous dedication to LFA academics, athletics, and student life by demonstrating leadership, commitment, and humility. I don't have to really go in too far because you've heard of these two athletes numerous times today. The first is a classy young man. His work ethic and determination on and off the playing fields were noticed by the community, but his genuine care for everyone at LFA is what he will be remembered for, and his mullet. So bad. The female winner is an amazing athlete that can pretty much do it all, and you've heard her name numerous times. From the day she arrived, I was amazed to see her play field hockey, ice hockey, lacrosse, and this year when I needed her to play soccer because we didn't have enough players, she ran for the chance. Whatever sport she does, she plays it at 100% and will not be denied. Off the playing field, she is the same in the classroom, and it's the reason she will be playing field hockey at Yale and be amazing. This year's McKenzie Award winners, Connor Hudziak and Lena Ansari. think I've opened 5 bottles of water and I've only drank like 3 in each. It's not good. All right, so the last one. 14 years ago, I was coaching the U.S. national team and I received a call from Lake Forest Academy. I arrived, I was nervous, and every faculty member who's applied here understands this one. You're exhausted by the end of the day. And after 6 hours of meetings and interviewing with students and faculty, then seeing the hockey rink and the gym that had seen better days in their lives, I was not that interested, to be honest. I had one more interview and I called my wife and said I'll be home in a few hours. The last person I met was with Dr. Strudwick. We have a connection because of Commonwealth, and he loves that part. And then the other is his time in Canada, in Queens and the University of Toronto. I sat there and listened to this person's vision of LFA and his passion to make this a great place for students to thrive. He kept saying good to great to me over and over again. And by the end, I wanted to quit Ann Arbor and start working that minute at LFA. LFA today is exactly what his vision was, and the day we met, and it's because Dr. Strudwick spent countless hours convincing people the same way he convinced me. They say that a great coach has a presence, and when you're around them, you want to be the best you can be. When you're around Dr. Strudwick, you have that same feeling. When he is on stage, people are quiet and listening because his words have strength, or because you're trying to figure out what song that was from. As a coach and AD, he has been a role model to look up to because he stays calm and he works the solution instead of adding to the problem. I don't know where LFA is going from here, but I do know that for almost 2 decades, they had a headmaster that made sure we went from good to great. It has been an honor, a privilege to call you my boss, and you are one of the greatest head coaches that I've ever been around. So please, everyone, one round of applause that should last a while for Dr. John Strudwick.
See this, so I didn't recognize it. This is a photograph of the 1966 England World Cup winning team. The greatest moment ever in sports. Thank you so much.
That's a great book. That's nice.
All right, in closing, I have a few thank yous. To the parents, obviously, for allowing us the privilege of working with your children each day. It is the reason we do this job, and they are amazing to be around. To my coaches, who put in countless hours after teaching all day, you always have my utmost respect, and you do amazing jobs, and that's why these kids come back when they're alums. They always stop by to see their coach. To my department, to Mrs. Arrowwood, who's been an amazing ally for me, to Mr. Dunn, who retired earlier in the year, who was an outstanding hard worker, to Trainer Addis, and trainer Mirabelli, who do amazing jobs with these kids, and you can see how much they respect them from each day. And then to our new hire, Miss Dye, who the new name is going to be the glue, because she holds it all together for us and has been a huge asset to our department. On a personal one, this past year started amazingly with what Anna said with the Hall of Fame, and then was devastating with the loss of my father at the end of February. I just wanted to thank everybody here, the faculty, the students, the parents. The outpouring of emotion for us has been incredible, and a couple years ago I was able to do the speech at graduation, and I think everybody from that speech understood what an amazing man my father was, and it's tough when you lose your hero. But the students at this school, as soon as I came back, it's amazing how they helped me get through this and move forward. You never get over it, but you can always move forward, and these students have been incredible. So everybody, thank you, good night, and lastly, the talent show will start in about 15 minutes, I'm told, and the seniors grad rehearsal tomorrow at 10. Good night.